Right. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to talk about extreme shape, distributional hands. And a lot of us do not know how to show extreme shape. We only know how to show 9 cards, and a lot of these hands have 10 cards or more. So I'm going to bring up hand number 1, which has a 5-5 hand, and we need to know how to show shape to our partner. Because there's certain hands you cannot leave in no trump when you've got this extreme shape. So I'm sharing the screen with you, and on hand number 1, North is going to open 1 spade. It's going to go pass by East, and now South has got a bid with 6 or more points. So South is going to bid 1 no trump. It's a point count. You can have a void in spades. You promise nothing about spades. All you're showing is 6 to a bad 10. Pass by West. Now, looking at the strength of the North hand, we are far too strong to bid 2 hearts. A jump shift in a new suit is forcing to game. A jump shift in an old suit is invitational. So when we jump in a new suit, it does not promise 5 hearts. It just says I have 18 to 21 points and we're going to game, because 1 no trump is limited. If you bid 2 hearts, partner could pass. So in order to keep the bidding alive, you have to jump shift in a new suit. And jumping in a new suit, partner knows it is forcing to game. Now, South does not have 4 hearts. South does not enjoy the spade suit, and South cannot pass a jump shift and bids 3 no trump. But in this situation, I don't know why the computer's just rushing me along. In this situation, partner doesn't know that you have 5-5. We told partner 9 cards, 5 spades and 4 hearts. But your hand is unsuited to no trump. When you've got 5-5 in a void, and you've got this massive hand with only like 3 losers, the ace of spades is 1, the ace of hearts is 2, and the 9 of clubs is 3, we've got to be in a game. It's your duty to bid the second suit twice, 4 hearts. Now that shows either 5 spades and 5 hearts or 6 spades and 5 hearts. It doesn't always show 5-5. But looking at the hand, what do you think South should do? South's got a singleton in spades. Well, South's definitely not going to leave it in spades. So South's going to leave it in hearts and call it a day. In hearts, in a 5-2 fit. Partner said to you, I don't want to play a no trump. I need you to know that I'm 5-5. And that is why it's essential that you show the second suit again. 5-5 come alive. Remember that. Second suit twice. Are there any questions on this hand? Any questions? Because this is extreme shape. I see someone came in late. So I'm just going to post the hands up again and give you the numbers we're doing tonight. 1, 3, 6, and 12. There they are. 1, 3, 6, and 12 tonight. All right, no questions. All right, so what are we going to get the lead off? When we have long trumps, we should never lead singletons, everybody. This is one of the rules of defense. Long trumps, long suits. We want people to lose control of the hand. So in this situation, we have to lead the unbid suit, and that is diamonds. If you all lead a singleton, the declarer is in total control of the whole hand and will never have a problem whatsoever. You lead a diamond. The West hand can see the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and you've left the 6. That's the lowest card in your hand. and you promise an honor. We lead a low card to show an honor, and it goes low. And you do not put up the ace. You could put up the jack if you're scared to not let that trick ride, and they have to rough it. And now, what do we do next? Well, let's talk about the losers. In the hearts, hopefully we have no losers. In the spade suit, we may have a spade loser because we've only got 6 between us, and if 7 are missing, we expect them to break favorably, 3 and 4. When an odd number is missing, they usually break 68% of the time, 3 and 4, but you want to sneak in a trick. So don't play the king, because if you play the king, they'll put up the ace. Why don't you play the jack and hope you can burgle one trick? Now, they might not put up the ace. Why? Because they will think their partner has the king or the queen, and they're not in a hurry to take the ace. And they may duck it. And now you've burgled one extra trick. How was that? Playing the king is not a discussion. But playing the lowest of those 3 touching cards, left hand, often does not put up the ace and does not know you're underleading the king and the queen. Well, now you know the whole story. Now you can play what's called a roughing finesse. King of spades. They've got a cover. And you're going to trump it. Once you've trumped the king of spades, okay, there's not much you can do. You need your ace of hearts. You need it. You need your ace of hearts, okay? So we've got to think of what our losers are. We cannot give up that ace of hearts. We only had a 5-2 fit. So looking at the hand, we've got to get back to our hand. Now, I don't want any of you to shorten yourself. Catch the ace of hearts first. Get it out of your way. And now, do not play a diamond at this stage. You need to take a finesse of the club. You need only one finesse. You want to be in your hand to draw the trumps. So play a little club. Look for the queen. Put in the 9. The jack, the 10, and the 9 are all the same value. And it works. Well, I don't need to do it again. Now I'm going to draw trumps. And I'm going to hope that my spades, I may have to give up one spade trick. I'm going to play the king of hearts. At the moment, they've got no tricks. And at this stage, I need to do something on this hand, and I don't want to lose control. The jack dropped. That looks very ominous for the moment. I don't want to lose control of this hand. So I don't want to do anything else at the moment. I'm expecting the spades to break 4 and 3. So let's play the queen of spades while we can. Okay, well, so far so good. Well, what else can we do now? I know that we're going to lose a spade trick, and I don't want to be shortened. So let's test the hearts. If they break favorably, 3 and 3, which is against all percentages, I can draw the last trump because I had the 10 in dummy. And we get the bad news. Therefore, the 9 is good. So I shouldn't be greedy. At the moment, I can still draw the last trump. So let's draw the last trump and let's not be greedy. Greed never pays. And now you can catch your ace of clubs. And they've got to keep that 8 of spades. Because you did bid spades. And now you can give them the last 2 tricks. And now you're going to make 11 tricks, everybody. Are there any questions? You wanted to know about hand number 1, and I'd like you to ask me a question, please, about hand number 1. Someone asked me about hand number 1.
Could you play it in no trump?
I would never play no trump opposite a void.
Okay.
I want to be in one of my 2 majors. They're pretty good suits. So I would never play in a no trump contract. Never. In fact, you've got no chance in a no trump contract, have you? If they give them the 6 of diamonds, we're going to take 4 diamond tricks and the ace of spades before they get in. I never want to be there with a void. But you wanted to know about hand number 1. What was the question on hand number 1?
That was a question. That was the question, is if you could play it in no trump, but no.
I would never play it in no trump with a void. No, I wouldn't. I need to show 10 cards. I could have 11 cards, but I'm definitely going to show 10. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to put on hand number 3. If there are any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, on hand number 3, we also have extreme shape. We have 6 hearts and 5 spades. And these suits are pretty good. No wasted singletons. So in this situation, we have to open the hand. Now, a lot of people suggest that when you have 6-5, you should treat them both as 5-5 and open the spade first and bid the hearts twice. But I don't want to do that because I really don't want to lose control of the hand with 2 singletons. So I'm going to open a heart first. It's going to go pass. And what's my partner going to bid over 1 heart? 2 diamonds. We have an opening hand, and I'm bidding my longer suit first, 2 diamonds. Pass by east. And now South's going to bid 2 spades. Now, for all intents and purposes, when we jump over our first suit, we usually show 17 or more points. But the reverse jumping over your suit falls away when you want to show shape. So here is the situation that when you bid 2 spades, partner takes you for at least 5 hearts and at least 4 spades. And it usually shows a very strong hand. It's called a reverse, everybody. Now, you don't know what partner's hand is. You've got an opening hand opposite an opening hand. So it's your duty to use what's called the 4th suit, the unbid suit. We bid 3 suits. So 3 clubs being the last suit to bid. It's an artificial bid. It doesn't mean anything about clubs. It asks 3 questions. It's called the 4th suit. The first question, tell me your shape, partner. The second question, have you got 3 card support for my suit? That's delayed support for my suit. And the last question, if you don't have extreme shape and you don't have 3 of my suit, have you got a stopper in the club suit? What is a stopper? An ace doubleton, king doubleton, queen, jack, and 1. Those are the 3 questions we need to answer when our partner bids the last suit in bridge. Well, you have got shape. How are we going to show shape? Second suit 2 times, twice, 3 spades. Now we know shape. And what do we know about shape, everyone? If my partner opened a heart and bid spades 2 times, my hearts are longer than my spades. Because if I had 5-5, I would open a spade first and bid hearts 2 times. So to open a heart and bid spades 2 times, my hearts are 6, my spades are 5. And that's how you show extreme shape, everybody. extreme shape. You've got to be able to describe your hand to your partner. And now let's talk about this hand. Partner has shown 11 cards. 11. 6 hearts and 5 spades. Out of the other 2 cards, you have got the 2 aces, responder. You've got the ace of clubs and the ace of diamonds. And your queen of spades is a working queen. It's not in the diamond suit. It's in the suit that partner has bid. So now you should be looking for a slam. What you need to do is forget about Blackwood because you've already got 3 aces and you should just bid 6 hearts. Why? Because partner's either got 2 clubs and no diamonds or 2 diamonds and no clubs. And your 2 aces is going to take care of all of them anyway. You have a doubleton ace in partner's first suit, and that queen of spades is a working card. And that's how you get to 6 hearts, everybody. It's all a process of elimination by counting shape. How many people got to 6 hearts on this hand?
No, nobody that I see.
No one. But look at the logic when you know 11 cards.
Our opponents got to 6 spades.
No, they must have opened a spade and bid hearts twice.
Well, they went all the way to Blackwood, and then the guy answered 5 spades, I believe, saying that he had 3 aces, and then his partner put him in 6 spades.
Oh, we should be in 6 hearts. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. And we're not going to make 7, but we can take care of a loser. And that's what I want to make sure about with everybody. How do we handle this hand? We're going to get the lead without a doubt, the king of clubs, the unbid suit. That is called the 4th suit. And now we've got to look at the following. We have a 6-2 fit in hearts. Hopefully they break. In the spades, do not expect them to break 3 and 3. When you've got 2 singletons, everybody, do not expect the spades to break 3 and 3. There's 6 missing. You must take out insurance. So here is a situation where you'll take the ace of clubs, and I want you to be really careful on how you play this hand. I don't want you to get trumpitis. Trumpitis. We don't want to trump for nothing, because one hand becomes the master hand. And the master hand is the one with the long hearts, everybody. That's the hand we're setting up. So let's take out insurance. Now, we don't know if the spades are going to break. We don't know if the hearts are going to break. But I'm not expecting anything to break, only because of the situation here with the 2 singletons. So you can take out insurance. You can win we play the queen of spades. And you'll play a spade to the ace. And now you've got the king. Keep it for later. There's no rush. You are in control of diamonds. You are in control of clubs. You've got a void. You're in control of trumps. Keep it for later. Let's take the 6 of spades and trump it with the 8 of hearts. And they overruff it. Okay, well, what can we do now? What are they going to come back? Obviously, a club. Right? And you're going to rough it. All right, so let's get that ace of hearts out of our way. Now, if the spades don't break, I don't expect the hearts to break. But I need to get back to my hand. I can either play a club or I can play the ace of diamonds. I think I'll just play my ace of diamonds while it's a trick. And I'm going to play another diamond. I don't want to touch clubs. And I'm going to trumpet. And now I'm going to play my king of hearts. The hearts never broke. Now I'm going to play the queen of hearts. So I was losing a heart trick anyway, so now I don't have to lose a heart and a spade, because now I've set up my beautiful spade suit. And now I can make 6. And my last spade's good. That's why you keep your king for later. So I always had a heart loser, but if I draw trumps, what am I going to do with that extra spade? I'm going to go down in a cold slam. So it's our insurance, everybody. Do not expect the cards to break 3 and 3. You must ruff 1 spade. Are there any questions? It looked easy, right? Maybe not. No questions. Okay. Everyone was happy on the billing. Extreme shape. All right, we'll go on to hand number 6. I love distributional hands. It's a challenge of how you cope with them. It's a great challenge. All right, so we're going on to hand number 6. Let's work on how many points we have. We have to open. I think the East hand has to open because we have 10 cards in the majors, and we'll have to open the higher one first. So we always open 1 spade. South passes. And now it's up to West. What does West do to show 11 or more points? We bid 2 clubs. We take our longer suit first. Pass by North. And now, what are we going to bid over 2 clubs? Once your partner bids at the 2 level, your partner can never ever pass you ever in a new suit, because partner always guarantees you another bid. So you bid 2 hearts. For all intents and purposes, we have 5 spades and 4 hearts. And now our partner wants to show the point count. We have 11 points, maybe 12 with the 5th club, but we're going to bid 2 no trump. 2 no trump. Partner, I don't have 3 spades with you and I don't have 4 hearts with you, but I do want you to know I have 11, 12 points and I have a diamond stopper. I have a diamond stopper. Pass by North, and East now must complete the shape. Remember, partner thought you were 5 spades and 4 hearts. You must bid 3 hearts. Please tell partner that you have got 10 cards at least in the major. You could have 6 spades and 5 hearts. And now your cards are working cards again. You know, 10 of partner's cards, the Queen of Spades is a working card. And now you've got to make a decision. Partner asked you to choose. When partner bid 3 hearts, showing 5-5, you know you have an 8-card major suit fit, hearts. So you should always go back to the hand that has the 8-card major suit fit and bid 4 hearts. And that's where you're going to be. Now, this hand's not as good as the other hand because you've got no aces in the club suit or the diamond suit. And that's the right contract. 4 hearts, everyone. Are there any questions? No questions on the bidding. Second suit twice. Remember, second suit 2 times. All right, we're going to leave the Queen of Clubs, top of the sequence. I never put up the king. If you can't promote a trick in your hand, they're not leading away from the ace. You should duck it. And they're going to come another club. And you don't cover. You duck it again. You never know when the ace may drop. And you rough it. All right, so now we got the situation. Now let's talk about the spade suit, everyone. We had a 5-3 heart fit. We're missing 5 cards. We want them to break 3 and 2. We are in total control, but there's one problem. Remember, we discussed the spade situation. There are 6 missing. I have a singleton as a declarer. If I have a singleton club, I'm not expecting the spades to break 3 and 3. So let's take out insurance. Take the 5 of spades towards the queen, and they win the ace. Well, they can't come back a club because they'll make the king of clubs good. They could come back a diamond. Maybe. They could come back a trump. They could come back a spade. I don't care what they come back. Let's say they come back a spade. They should come back a trump because they know the whole story. You should come back a trump because they know that this hand's got 5. Now you see the king and the 10 and the 9. The ace, the queen, the jack, and the 8 are all the same value. All right? You're going to take the 8 of hearts, and you're going to win the 9. You're going to take 1 spade. You're going to win it. And now you're going to keep that jack like we kept the king on the other hand. And I want you, please, to ruff a spade with the king of hearts. It doesn't matter which card. I want you to unblock. It doesn't matter. You've got the ace, queen, jack. But no one can over-ruff that spade. Now we've taken out insurance for a bad spade break. And they did break badly. They did break 4 and 2 and not 3 and 3. Now we can draw the children off the streets very nicely. And then we can play the queen. If the hearts didn't break, you would play the jack, but they did break. It didn't matter. Now all the children have gone. Now the jack of spades will draw the best one. And now your 9 of spades is good. And then the rest are yours, everybody. And that was another extreme shape. It didn't matter what happened. You've got the best diamonds. It didn't matter what you throw away. And a trump. And now we make how many tricks? 11. Any questions on this extreme shape hand? No questions? None? Everyone's happy? You can ask me in the chat. All right. If you don't want to ask me in the chat, I'll go on to hand number 12. And then after that, if there are any other hands you'd like to ask me with this extreme shape, let me know. And I will go on with you with the rest. This is the last one. I'm going to load hand number 12. All right. West has got a shapely hand. We have to open the bidding. 1 spade by West. We have a 5-card major. And now let's look at the north hand. When you've got 5-5 and you have the other major, there are a lot of players that play what's called overcalling 2 hearts, or they use a Michael's cubit. Now, a lot of people do that. They use a Michael's cubit because they want to show 2 suits. We know that if you play Michael's, that it guarantees 5 of the other major and an unspecified minor. We don't know which the minor is. It could be clubs, it could be diamonds, but it's definitely one or the other. We don't know which one it is. So we usually bid 2 spades. The cubit of the major, which is called Michael's, says I have 10 cards, 5, the other major, plus 5 of a minor. Now, let's look at East's hand. East has a very good hand with a singleton ace of clubs. And for East to bid 4 spades would show a very, very weak hand. It's called the weak freak. The only way you can show partner that you fit with your partner and you have a good hand is to bid their suit, 3 hearts. It's called the Q bid. That's their suit. You want to tell partner, listen, partner, I got a good hand. If you go straight to 4 spades, it's called the weak freak. You've got no defense, you don't have an outside ace, you don't have an outside king, and you've got 10 trumps. So you bid their suit, and it goes pass up, and you've got a very minimum hand. You're really not interested in this game. It's really a very minimum hand. So you're going to just bid 3 spades and say, well, this is my hand, partner. I'm not interested in anything else. I've got a minimum hand. It's going to go pass, and you're going to go 4 spades. The bidding's very important on this hand. Any questions before we continue to play? Any questions, please? No questions. I'm looking in the chat. You can just type it. I don't mind. No questions. All right. Now, looking at this hand, we've got to look at the losers. In the spade suit, we have none. In the hearts, we have 2 losers because we've got 10 cards opposite each other. So we can always trump the 3rd heart. And usually when we play bridge, we always say, which is the master hand? Well, it doesn't matter on this hand. You've got 10 cards in both. So let's look at the one with the singleton ace. That one looks much easier to set up. So we've got 2 heart losers, and we have what's called 8 diamonds between us. 8. We're not sure how they're going to break. So we've got to be careful how we're going to play the diamond suit. Now, when somebody shows 10 cards, everybody, somebody shows 10 cards, you know 3 of them are outside the hearts, and we're not sure which suit they're short in. Well, I can tell which suit they're short in. When I've got 8 diamonds between me, they're short in diamonds, everybody. I've only got 3 clubs between me. They've got to have clubs, so I know which is their minor. But South has no idea which is their suit because South does not see the hands. So let's play together. Well, you're going to lead a heart for sure because you're going to play the ace of hearts. We always tell partner where we live. And you drop the 10. I like it, partner. I've got the queen. Could be a doubleton. High, low could be a doubleton. And you're going to play another heart, the jack. And you're going to put up the queen. And we're going to ruff it. Okay, so we've got to try and do some kind of elimination here. Well, we can draw trumps. But before I draw trumps, I want to play 1 club, just 1 club. Okay, and I want to ruff a club. So I'm going to play a trump first. All the same. Put up the jack. There's 1 more trump out. Take the 9 of clubs and trump it. That's called stripping the suits. Now we've got no more clubs and no more hearts. So far, so good. Now we need to play another trump. Let's do it together. Only 1 trump is out. And South has to keep parity with dummy. South sees 4 diamonds to the king. That is the dummy. Never discard a diamond, everybody. Never, ever. Okay? Never. It's called keeping parity. Now all the trumps are gone. There are no more clubs. There are no more hearts. So now you know the whole story. Because Michael shows 10 cards. And they followed up with 2 spades. So if they've got 10 cards in the minors, which we know is clubs and hearts, And they've already followed up with 2 spades. They've got a singleton diamond. So you now know you've got to put on the king in case it's a singleton queen or a jack. Put the king down. And now play a little one, and they're not going to split it. They don't know that you're counting. They don't know you're counting. Second hand low. Okay? And put in the 9. And now you know the whole hand. You're always going to lose a diamond trick, but you're not going to lose 2 diamond tricks. Because we were counting with that Michael's cubit telling us 10 cards. And then we made the rest. Are there any questions, everybody, on the Michael's cubit? Any questions?
Yes. In this case, the Michael's cubit helped the opponents more.
Oh, definitely. Without a doubt. Without the Michael's cubit, we would never have known how to play the diamonds.
And how about North and South had a fit in both suits? So,
they did. They had a double fit, but you're vulnerable against not vulnerable. And I never sacrifice vulnerable against not vulnerable. If I knew that I was not vulnerable against vulnerable, I always sacrifice. But the vulnerability is no good. To be double for 500 when you can make 420 is not a good idea. So that's why I would never sacrifice. But you're quite right, Jenna. That certainly helped. But you could take out insurance because you know you're going to lose a diamond trick anyway. So you still can play the, but you don't know which way to play the diamonds. That's the only thing. How do you know which way? Now I knew on the Michael's cubit how to play the diamonds. Well, I don't know. How would you know? You wouldn't know, but that did help. Any questions? I hope you enjoyed these hands. Are there any questions about any other hands that you would like to talk about this evening while I'm here and discuss?
Linda, can you do bidding on hand 9, please?
Sure. Hand 9, of course. Let's have a look at it. Interesting tonight, right? I think they're very interesting hands. All right. Well, Queen Doubleton, Queen third is almost garbage with no aces. I might open 2 diamonds not vulnerable with that 6-card suit. I just feel that those Queen Doubletons get swallowed up by aces and kings. I'd rather show my 6-card diamond suit. And now, what is the next hand going to bid? Well, this is how I play, that if people open a week 2, I treat it as if they've opened 1. Now, I really don't have good suit quality with spades. But at the same time, I have a 5-card suit and I have 3 aces and I just want to get my bid in. So it's entirely up to you if you want to come in now or if you want to pass and see what happens. So if you decide that the suit is not good enough, which is not great, and you don't bid a spade, it's going to be pass, pass. And now this hand has to balance. And what is this hand going to balance with? A double. And it's going to go pass. And now you have to make a bid, East, and you've got all these beautiful aces. So you can't bid 2 spades. You should bid 3 spades to tell partner you got a pretty good hand. Don't forget this double could be on a much less. He was doubling just because he didn't want to leave them in 2 diamonds. And you're not leaving 2 diamonds doubled in anyway because your diamonds aren't good enough. So you're going to bid 3 spades. Pass. And now you may upgrade this hand. Remember that singleton diamond is worth 3 dummy points. And you've got a fit. So now your hand becomes much better. So now you should bid 4 spades. What did you get to that you asked me about the bidding?
So they opened with 1 diamond, not 2 diamonds. East East bid 1 spade,
Okay.
and I was West, and I wanted to keep the bidding open. I knew I was going to play in spades, so I bid 2 hearts.
Now you mustn't bid a new suit. When partner overcalls, new suits are not forcing.
Okay.
You're denying a fit with your partner. And this is how I play it. I play it non-forcing constructive. It says, you know, partner, I don't fit with you in spades. My suit's better than your suit. Make sure you lead my suit, not your suit. So there's no keeping the bidding open as an overcaller and as an advancer. If you fit as an overcaller, it is your duty as an advancer to ask a question. I have 2 defensive tricks, and I need to know how good are you as an overcaller. So let me go back to the bidding with that opening of 1 diamond, everybody. This is really very important. I'm taking it back to a 1 spade overcall. Okay? And this is what we learned about the Q-bid. You overcalled 2 spades. You treat it as if they opened 1 diamond, you would bid 1 spade on the hand. South passes. Now, one of the things about overcalls is that we have a very big range. The range is 6 points to 17. But when you have a wonderful fit and at least 2 defensive tricks, which you have, the ace, king of clubs, and a singleton, you should ask your partner a question. Partner, how good are you? Are you 6 points, 7 points, 8 points, 9 points, 12, 15, who knows? So you should bid 2, 3 diamonds, the Q-bid. 3 diamonds. Partner, how good are you? I fit with you in spades, but I want you to know I have a good hand with at least 2 defensive tricks. That's called the Q-bid of the opener's suit. That is how we found out the difference. If you bid 3 spades, it could be a block-out bid. It's nothing good. This is good. You've got to show a good hand. And now it's going to go pass. And now, because you've got 3 aces and 2 doubletons, you should just bid 4 spades. I like my hand, partner. How did your bidding finish up?
I went to 4-no trump asking for aces, and we ended up at 6 spades down 1.
But why would you ever want to be in 6 once they opened 1? You should be very happy to play in game. And that's
because I didn't learn my lesson about greed.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something. If they'd opened 1, I'll be even less inclined to get to 6 because everything's over me and I know nothing's working. So if I was West Hand, I would not be inclined to want to ever get to 6. I'm very happy to just be in 4 because I don't know my partner's overcall. Partner might have ace, queen to 6 spades and maybe an outside king, and that's it. I mean, I'm very happy just to be in game. But I like the Q-bid. The Q-bid is mandatory. And I do play that if you, the advancer, bid a new suit, you're telling your partner, forget about your suit. We don't fit. My suit's better than your suit. Just make sure you lead my suit and not their suit. So you must be sure about that as an advancer, that when your partner overcalls, you don't have to bid. If you don't fit, you can quit. Your partner's overcall mainly is for the lead. So when you don't fit, you quit. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? No more? Okay. Right. I want to thank you all for coming. I hope you have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, everybody.